From historic Shepherd Stadium in Colonial Heights, welcome to WHAP 1340 AM and live coverage of the 59th Annual Boys Invitational Baseball Tournament. I'm Aaron Miles, and it's my pleasure to bring you each ball strike and out of Night 3 of this annual Summer Classic, sponsored by the Colonial Heights Optimist Club. Welcome to the Saucy's Walk-Up pregame show. Saucy's is located in Old Town Petersburg and is the top-rated Tri-Cities restaurant on Yelp, and we thank them so much for their sponsorship of local athletics and specifically the Bib Tournament tonight. Tonight, it's a local display of talent as 4 area teams prepare to do battle for the right to advance to the round of 8. In Game 1, we'll hear the Dinwiddie Nationals take on the Hopewell All-Stars. The Nationals look to become the first Dinwiddie team in Bib history to win this event, coming off of a strong showing last year. Likewise, Hopewell is seeking their first Bib Tournament championship. In the nightcap at 8:30, we will hear the Colonial Heights Optimist team defend their home turf as they take on the Prince George Nationals. Colonial Heights hopes to win their first Bib tournament since 2000, while Prince George seeks their first Bib trophy all time. Last night, Southampton, Sussex, and Stanton won their respective games and set up a rematch from last year's third-place game. They joined the CBC Nationals and the Tidewater Diamonds in the quarterfinals. Let's actually take a closer look at the 59th Annual Boys Invitational Baseball Tournament bracket, sponsored by the Optimist Club of Colonial Heights. CBC Nationals whomped their way to a victory on Thursday night, defeating the RVA Blue Sox 25-0 en route to a second-round berth, as they were able to get an all-around offensive effort, along with some help from the field from the other team. CBC Nationals were able to take the victory and head to Tuesday night. And in that event, Tuesday night, they'll take on the Tidewater Diamonds. The Diamonds were able to shut out the Matoaka Indians 5-0 in that contest to move on to the second round and bring together what should be a great matchup. Their pitcher, Tucker Love, shuts out the Matoaka Indians on Thursday night, and I think that'll be a very intriguing matchup as we head into the Tuesday quarterfinal. As mentioned, Southampton Sussex will take on Stanton in the nightcap Tuesday night in a rematch from last year's third-place game. Both of those well-traveled teams were able to make it to the third-place game, losing to the finalist teams. And Southampton Sussex won that game 7-2 to take the third-place trophy last year. So it'll be a really interesting night Tuesday night in those two matchups. As for tonight, the Dinwiddie Nationals will take on the Hopewell All-Stars in game number 1. Some pictures are being taken out on the field now, and we'll very shortly get to the pregame ceremonies and your starting lineups tonight, sponsored by Saucy's Walk-Up for this pregame show. In the nightcap, we'll see the Colonial Heights Optimist team take on the Prince George Nationals. In both of those games, I've picked the Dinwiddie Nationals to pick game 1 and the Colonial Heights Optimists to win game 2. The Optimist team has one of their best in years, and I expect them to actually make the semifinals this year and come out of this 4-team bracket and move on to Friday night's action next week. So we'll see how it plays out, but we certainly have a couple of really good, interesting matchups tonight. We should get a great turnout. Already some fans in the stands here. If you're here local, we'd love to see you out here at historic Shepherd Stadium. It's located right off of the boulevard, just north of Old Town Petersburg. If you're coming across the bridge from Petersburg, go a few blocks, take a left, and you can't miss it. It's the only big stadium here in the Tri-Cities, so we'd certainly love to see you out here at Shepherd Stadium for tonight's action. Inexpensive tickets, certainly. Some great concessions and some great baseball as well. But if you're not able to make it, we'd love to have you listening here on WHAP 1340 AM Fox Sports Radio. You can also listen to us at foxsports1340am.com. The TuneIn app, just search WHAP 1340, or you can listen in on your cell phone. And that cell phone broadcast is very easy. You just dial the number I'm about to give you, and you tune in on your cell phone. So that number is 641-552-5316. So if you have any friends or family that are not local and are looking for an opportunity to listen to their young one in some great local action tonight, you can listen by any of those methods. We hope to see you and hear you live on WHAP Fox Sports Radio. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back on the other side with more of the Saucy's Walk-Up pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at Bib history and some of the historic matchups that we've seen in the Bib tournament, as well as look at tonight's starting lineup, and first pitch is at approximately 6:30. So don't go away. We'll be right back on Fox Sports WHAP 1340 AM.
The City of Colonial Heights 64th Annual Christmas Parade will be held Tuesday, December the 6th at 7 p.m. on the Boulevard. The longtime holiday tradition in Colonial Heights attracts thousands of participants and onlookers. For more information on how your business or organization can participate in this year's parade, call the Colonial Heights Recreation and Parks Department at 804-520-9390. The 2016 Colonial Heights Christmas Parade, bigger and better than ever.
Step back in time and experience the last century of agricultural heritage at Keystone Tractor Works Museum, 880 West Roslyn Road in Colonial Heights. See a showroom full of vintage tractors, trucks, and cars. Keystone Tractor Works Museum has one of the best gift shops on the East Coast. Museum hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Sunday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 524-0020. That's the Tractor Works Museum.
Hi, Bill Bowman here with Tom McCormick, owner of Saucy's Walk-Up in Petersburg. How long has Saucy's been open now, Tom?
Bill, 6 years. The walk-up shipping container opened in 2010, and the sit-down opened in 2015. I think for more information, Google us. We're rated the #1 restaurant within 20 miles of Petersburg. Southern Living Magazine says that we're the South's best butt. We're located at 257 East Bank Street in Petersburg, and we're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. We also cater.
And welcome back to the Saucy's Walk-Up pregame show on WHAP Fox Sports Radio, as you're listening to live coverage of the 59th Annual Bib Tournament here at Shepherd Stadium in Colonial Heights, Virginia. We're getting set for the first matchup of the night, as the Dinwiddie Nationals will take on the Hopewell All-Stars. We'll hear that game at approximate first pitch time of 6:30. In the meantime, let's take a look at some Bib Tournament history. The Bib Tournament is going on has been going on for 59 years, and we're going to take a look here in the next few minutes at some previous Bib Tournament history. So back in 2007, the Bib Tournament celebrated its 50th anniversary. Tournament director David Wells invited former players to Shepherd Stadium to be recognized, and there was a great turnout with players returning that played in the very first Bib Tournament back in 1958, along with players that had played on past championship teams. Tidewater won the Bib Tournament for the 4th year in a row that year, and remember that Tidewater is still alive in this Bib Tournament after winning their game on Thursday. They won the tournament finals against the Colonial Heights Optimist team 8-0. Colonial Heights did get off to a good start as they beat Matoaka 15-3 in that game, but they fell short in the finals by a score of 8-0. So that was back in 2007, and once again, this has been 58 years of Bib history. We're in the 59th year this year, and the Colonial Heights Optimist Club has sponsored it all through that 59 years. We can actually see the Colonial Heights Optimist Club building on the other side of the left field fence. Nice building over there with some other baseball fields on the side. They hold baseball camps here in this area each year, and it's a really, really great athletic environment. And this is the cornerstone of it all, the Bib Tournament each year with 16 teams coming out to compete for the championship. So we'll see 4 of those teams tonight, with 2 teams advancing into the quarterfinals. And Dinwiddie and Hopewell are both kind of taking some warm-up swings and getting ready for the pregame ceremonies. The managers of both teams, for Hopewell, Chris Dyson, and for the Nationals, Lloyd Mason, are out getting some instruction from the umpires. The umpires, all representatives of USSSA, and they're actually a sponsor as well of the Bib Tournament coverage here at WHAP. We'll hear from them a little bit later on tonight. But they're out at home plate getting some instructions and doing a quick conference before this game kicks off tonight. Once again, we should be kicking off with this first game start time in roughly about 6 minutes after pregame ceremonies. Fans continue to file in. We'll take one more break, and on the other side, we'll hear tonight's starting lineups, and hopefully we'll get started with tonight's first pitch on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
Family enjoy walking, riding bikes, picnicking, fishing, or just being outdoors. Colonial Heights Recreation and Parks Department offers 5 water-accessible parks: Appomattox Park, Fort Clifton, Lakeview, Roslyn Landing, and White Bank Park. Amenities include picnic pavilions, walking and riding trails, boat launches, fishing piers, a disc golf course, and more. Find out more about the city's parks at their website, colonialheightsvirginia.gov.
South Park Carpet Flooring Outlet and Chester Floors Superstore has the finest brands of carpet and vinyl flooring available. They offer warehouse prices to the public and have the largest selection of remnants for purchase. Expert installation, normally the next business day for both residential and commercial work. Call or visit South Park Carpet at 860 West Roslyn Road, off I-95 at exit 53 in Colonial Heights, Virginia. Call them at 804-520-2763 or 804-748-4990.
Bank of McKinney would like to wish all the teams participating in the Bib Tournament good luck and congratulations on all your hard work. Did you know Bank of McKinney now offers mobile banking? It's true. You can download the mobile banking app from Google Play or Apple iTunes Store. It offers all the convenient banking features you have come accustomed to with the Bank of McKinney. We are still local, now mobile, with locations in McKinney, Dinwiddie, Matoaka, Colonial Heights, Prince George, Petersburg, and Chester. We are right around the corner. Bank of McKinney is committed to excellence, and they are here to make your banking experience hassle-free. Visit their website at www.bankofmckinney.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Family Eye Care, full eye health exams, glasses and contact lenses. Offering their services are optometrists Dr. Lowell Gilbert, Dr. Gary Farley, and Dr. Megan Parker. Family Eye Care, located at 3731A Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Call 526-3676. That's 526-3676. Wishing the best to the boys in this year's Bib Tournament. Go get 'em, fellas.
Jerry's Burger Spot has all your Friday night tailgating favorites. From their never frozen burger, fresh cut fries, ice cream, and milkshakes. Jerry's Burger Spot offers the best lunch, and if you desire a fresh handmade burger or some delicious ice cream like Mom used to make, stop by Jerry's Burger Spot at 3815 Jefferson Park Road, Prince George, Virginia, right off 36 near Fort Lee. Jerry's Burger Spot. Remember, win.
And welcome back to WHAP Fox Sports Radio 1340 for tonight's live coverage of the night 3 of the Bib Tournament, the 59th annual edition, sponsored by the Colonial Heights Optimist Club here at Shepherd Stadium in Colonial Heights, Virginia, as we get ready for tonight's first round matchup between the Dinwiddie Nationals and the Hopewell All-Stars. Both teams are getting ready in their dugouts, and announcements and the national anthem are getting ready to be done as well for pregame ceremonies. So we may start just a couple minutes behind the 6:30 mark, but we'll be getting started shortly. In the meantime, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Dinwiddie Nationals, the visiting team in tonight's matchup. Leading off for the Nationals will be their left fielder, number 14. That's Bennett Walters. Batting second will be their pitcher, number 26, Carson Miller. Batting third, the first baseman, number 44, he is Owen Mason. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 2, Taylor Miller. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 8, Forrest Avery. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 34, Morgan Bundelow. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 9, Maddox Childress. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 22, Austin Hawks. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 4, Ramsey Lewis. And the Dinwiddie Nationals are managed by Lloyd Mason. For Hopewell, the starting 9. The first batter for the Hopewell All-Stars is number 4. He's the catcher, Aaron Vogler. Batting second is the shortstop, number 14, Charles Rhodes. Batting third is the pitcher, number 31, Tyler Dyson. Batting fourth is the center fielder, number 2, Brock Taylor. Batting fifth is the second baseman, number 1, Bubba Fouts. Batting sixth is the first baseman, number 8, Mason Cumby. Batting seventh is the left fielder, number 3, Cameron Robinson. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 6, Michael Vogler. And batting ninth is the third baseman, number 10, Sincere Frederick. And the manager for the Hopewell All-Stars is Mr. Chris Dyson. So those are your starting lineups, sponsored by Saucy's Walk Up, the sponsor of tonight's pregame show. And once again, we thank them and all of our sponsors for supporting local athletics and this 59th annual Bib Tournament. The lineups are being announced on the field as Hopewell begins to take the field. Dinwiddie has already been announced, and the fans continue to file in here to the stadium. Just to cover the dimensions, a little bit different here in the Bib tournament than you'd see in a regulation baseball game.
That is true.
We have, and I am being joined by
Robert, yes.
and Robert's joining me tonight to add some color to tonight's broadcast. And the dimensions are a little bit different, as we said. So home plate is really right in front of the backstop, and that gives a little bit of an assist to the catchers. As we saw on Thursday night, the pitching can be a little bit erratic at times, and the catchers have to do a lot of work. But that backstop can really help them out as they go to field some of those errant pitches, depending on the quality of the pitcher. The pitcher's mound is actually where home plate would normally be here at historic Shepherd Stadium. So a little bit shorter porch for the pitchers. And so that actually gives them a little bit of an advantage as well when it comes to velocity. For the hitters, the porch has been shortened a little bit in terms of the outfield fence. The outfield fence at its deepest is in center field, roughly about 15 to 20 feet back from the infield. And it goes around basically in a similar fashion, and the foul poles are the regulation foul poles. Actually, they're extended a little bit to the left and right on either side. So the base paths are also a little bit shorter, certainly. One thing that is different as well about the Bib tournament versus some regulation action is that runners cannot lead off of the bases during the game. So the runners will have to stick to the base. And then once the pitch is thrown and the pitch is caught, the runners can do whatever they'd like. If they want to steal, if the ball is a little slow, or if the ball is thrown out, either way, they can certainly feel free to take their base if they would like. So in the meantime, as we continue the opening ceremonies, we're going to take a short pause and a moment of silence as we hear the national anthem. Remember that you may not hear it very well, but we'll take a moment of silence. And there you have it. That's your national anthem. Local singer was actually on the field singing that. Very, very talented and nice job done. One thing the Bib tournament always does a good job of is bringing in some great local talent to sing the national anthem. And they also have the Miss Bib award as well that goes out to some of the young ladies in the area. So we're getting ready for game number 1 of tonight. And I'm joined by Robert Hart here in the booth. And Robert, I believe you were here last night watching a couple of games. Is that correct?
Yeah, I came in there to rescue our poor pastor here. He had a few issues, shall we say. So I was sitting home. I said, I should probably over there and give him a hand real fast. So I came over, did a couple of quick announcements, and I'm kind of glad to have you here this week, though. It means a lot less work for me.
There you go. There you go. Well, I didn't get to see last night's action, but I know that we had wins from both the Southampton-Sussex team and the Stanton team. Wasn't able to talk too much about that in my pregame. Tell me a little bit about what your impressions were of both of those teams last night.
Well, assuming all things being equal, I would say that the really team that beat seems to be that Southampton team. They came in with a very, very commanding game against Chesterfield. They took that one 19-0, and it was a runaway from the beginning. I'm afraid it's always a tough game if you're the other team, but that's the result. It it was a very commanding performance by the Southampton team. And between Staunton and I think who they played again last night?
That was the Windsor team.
Between Staunton and Windsor, Staunton was just it wasn't the blowout, but it was a lot closer than the score made it sound. Put it that way.
Got it. Yeah, and that kind of sounds very similar to Thursday night's action. Game 1, won by the CBC Nationals 25-0 against their opponent, which was the RVA Blue Sox. And then the second game was a 5-0 victory, which was probably even a little bit more lopsided than that, as the Tidewater Diamonds defeated the Matoaka Indians in that game. So that sets up a rematch of Southampton Sussex versus Stanton. We saw those two teams play each other last year in the third place game. So it'll set up a rematch for that.
And I was saying yesterday, I'm used to seeing Dixie Youth where we have double elimination games mainly. So this single elimination term they're running here is a little bit different for me. It means every game is kind of like a championship game. You got to throw your best, and you can't take risks to save a pitcher for later.
That's right, and strategy can be played later in the game if you have a lead, but certainly not in the beginning. You got to start with your best ace, and Hopewell is bringing Tyler Dyson to the mound. He's throwing his warm-up pitches. Hopewell coming into this game on defense to start as the home team, and Hopewell is wearing a yellow uniform with gold lettering, blue lettering and blue hats with white pants and blue socks, and they have actually a really athletic-looking team. We'll see what they do out here, but looks like a pretty strong team potentially to take on these Dinwiddie Nationals. And Dinwiddie will get ready to bat here. Dinwiddie wearing red uniforms with white and red lettering, white pants and red socks, and also white batting helmets as they come to the plate. They'll lead off with Bennett Walters, their left fielder. Probably get about one more warm-up pitch in here, and then more than likely get started here momentarily.
I got a question for you real quick. This Dinwiddie National team, this invitation, they invite from all the leagues in the area basically too. So I believe, because I recognize this uniform, I believe this Dinwiddie National team is the same people who played in the Dixie Youth tournament this last summertime, and they were good. I mean, they were pretty good. We'll see how they do against this this very tough Hopewell team.
Yeah, certainly very possible. These Dinwiddie Nationals are of the Dinwiddie baseball clubs. Basically, Dinwiddie, any of their elementary schools in the area would have a team, and this would be one of their all-star teams.
Gotcha,
we'll see the Dinwiddie Americans on Monday. These are the Dinwiddie Nationals. So we're getting ready now. Looks like Bennett Walters is stepping into the box for his first at-bat of the evening, and we will see what the right-handed batter is able to do against this right-handed pitcher. Dyson sets, and the pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Nice beginning there for Tyler Dyson.
Yeah, kind of caught the edges there, and I would have had to watch that one go by too.
The 0-1 delivery on the way. That one's in the dirt for ball one. And one thing I've noticed, and we notice this year after year, is the pitchers are the best pitchers are the one that are the most consistent with control.
It's all about control, man.
And get the ball over the plate.
I know
sure.
The kids love to do the curveball and everything else, but you know what? You say it's if you can place the ball, that's all that matters. Place it where you want it.
1-1 pitch coming from Dyson. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Good little change of speed there by Tyler Dyson. So Tyler Dyson, number 31 for the Hopewell All-Stars. He looks in his catcher, and the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and grounded to shortstop, fielded not cleanly by the shortstop. He's not able to come up with it. The throw will be late, and a quick infield single, it looks like. We'll see what the official scores say about that one. It was a very hard hit ground ball. No indication yet as to whether that was an error or not, but regardless, Bennett Walters will take first base.
Yeah, I mean, that ball had some velocity on into it. And, you hit that grass, it's a little hard to handle sometimes when it's coming in.
The official scorekeeper calls that one an E6. So advancing on the error is Bennett Walters. And Carson Miller, the pitcher, comes to the plate. He takes ball one high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled behind him, 1-1. So a good turnout so far, as we expected, 4 local teams tonight. Still plenty of time to come on out. It is getting a little cloudy outside, but we don't think it's going to hit us too bad. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and popped high to the right fielder, and the right fielder makes the play.
Good catch.
1 out. Good play there by right fielder for Hopewell, Michael Vogler. So an F9 on the scorebooks, 1 away, and Owen Mason will come to the plate. And I was watching them during warm-ups. He is the tallest of the Dinwiddie Nationals, batting in the 3 hole.
It's like a giant among children out there.
Good stance from this batter, but strike 1 on the outside corner. The throw down to second is no good, so a quick stolen base there by Bennett Walters.
Yeah, I think he just basically caught the catcher sleeping that time. I think everyone was kind of celebrating that strike there, and the runner just took off like a bullet.
Not a very quick throw from the catcher there. They would have had a shot otherwise. The 0-1 delivery coming now from Dyson. That one's high and tight for ball 1. And Mason had to get out of the way just a little bit there. So with runner on second base and a 1-1 count, Tyler Dyson goes into his delivery. The 1-1 pitch coming. Outside corner, strike 2. So this has been really the key in the games that I've seen is how can a pitcher respond to early trouble with a runner on second and 1 away. The pitch swung on and grounded to the shortstop. He'll get another opportunity to field one cleanly. He fields it cleanly, but he throws it away, and the run is going to score as it bounces off of the dugout. The runner will take second, and it's quickly 1-0 in favor of Dinwiddie. And I'm assuming that they're going to call that one a throwing error. So that's going to be the second E6 of the night as the runner takes second on the throwing error.
But more importantly, it does make a run for the Dinwiddie National team.
So 1-0 early, the Dinwiddie Nationals lead, and here comes Taylor Miller. First pitch to Miller, swung on and grounded once again to the shortstop. He's going to have to make a better throw this time, and he does. So that one a 6-3. The runner does advance to third, though. Mason takes third base, and with 2 away, Forrest Avery will have the opportunity to drive him in.
That was just a good hit. Good place ball for a sacrifice, though. I mean, if you're trying to move runners on the base, that's kind of where you want to have it. You're out of the way for you couldn't make a force out and get that runner out on first.
Swung on and missed, strike 1, and just a quick correction, and actually that was a ball. He just had to get out of the way, and his bat swung around. But Peyton Bowles has actually been a late-breaking substitution here. So Peyton Bowles actually at bat. He swings and misses at strike 1. So Peyton Bowles is at the plate with the runner on third and the opportunity for run number 2. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2 to pitch out of the strike zone. That one was outside but well placed.
Would you love when they change everything on you in the last moment?
That's right. So 1-2 count now. The pitch from Dyson. Inside and at the knees. 2-2.
I would have had a hard time laying off that one. That's one of the ones I probably would have swung for myself.
So a little bit of discipline there from Peyton Bowles. And the 2-2 delivery on the way from Dyson. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and the inning is over. So 1 run on no hits and 2 errors in this inning for the Dinwiddie Nationals. Coming up on the other side, Hopewell will get their first opportunity to come to bat. We'll be right back on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
And pizza, located in the Dunlop Village Shopping Center, where Food Line is in Colonial Heights. Colonial Italian features luncheon specials, nightly specials, open every day, entertainment on weekends, mixed drinks too. Taste their pizza and pasta, chicken, veal, and seafood. Great salads. Call 520-5555 for carryout. That's Colonial Italian Restaurant, Colonial Heights, party room available.
Teeth giving you trouble?
Boy, am I tired of eating soup.
You need to see a good dentist. Richard W. Bates in Colonial Heights. Dr. Bates has been in practice for 28 years, treating all his patients like family. If your needs are simple checkups or major dental work like crowns, implants, or dentures, Dr. Bates can do the job and do it properly. Remember, whatever your dental needs, contact Dr. Richard W. Bates, 3610 Boulevard in Colonial Heights. You may never have to eat soup again.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder has been in business since 1966.
And the top of the first is in the books, and Dinwiddie Nationals strike early with a 1-0 lead off of 2 errors, 1 fielding and 1 throwing by the Hopewell shortstop. But Charles Rhodes will have the opportunity to redeem himself as he bats second coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for Hopewell will be Aaron Vogler, and he will face the pitcher for the Dinwiddie Nationals, Carson Miller. Carson Miller is on the mound. He's number 26 for the Dinwiddie Nationals, and he'll have his first opportunity to deliver some pitches here to his catcher. And his catcher, of course, is Morgan Bundelow. So the first pitch now is right down the middle for strike 1, but actually that was some nice curving action there on the first pitch to Aaron Vogler.
Yeah, I think Vogler thought that was going to be a ball as well. He just held back on it.
0-1 pitch on the way. That one bounces in front of the plate, evens the count at 1-1. Aaron Vogler has my favorite first name. We'll see if he can reach base here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 pitch coming to Vogler. That one misses outside.
Close.
Count goes to 2-1. Once again, a very nice turnout here tonight. Swung on and grounded to the pitcher. Pitcher lobs it over to first base for a quick 1-3 to record the first out. Vogler made contact there, but was not able to get much of that one.
Yeah, what I'm seeing for the Dinwiddie defense, so they are looking very disciplined right now. I gotta say it was kind of right where they're supposed to be during that play. It was just overall done. We'll see how they do with a little bit of adversity. I'm gonna get that right one day.
Charles Rhodes comes to the plate and takes strike 1 on the inside corner, so he goes to the same pitch does Carson Miller for his first pitch. The 0-1 outside corner for strike 2. So this is interesting. Carson Miller has some definite strategy coming to these hitters here. Inside corner, then outside corner on both the first 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Rhodes goes down easily, 2 away. And Tyler Dyson will come to the plate. He is the pitcher for the Hopewell All-Stars. Dyson with a blue helmet. His previous 2 teammates were wearing black helmets. So we'll see how Dyson can fare against Carson Miller. First pitch to Dyson. High and inside. That one was the same location, but he just missed.
I think his release was a little bit too early there. He just didn't look like he had the control he usually does.
1-0 pitch comes right down the middle for strike 1. Miller looks in his catcher, the 1-1 pitch on the way. Outside corner, strike 2. So Carson Miller being very deliberate here in his strategy. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. I say he's deliberate, but he is going to his next pitch very quickly. He's not taking a lot of time between pitches.
Well, that shows confidence there. He's not up there sweating on the mound. He's basically just bringing it right to the catcher every time.
It's a good strategy. Get the team back in the dugout. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 goes the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll be right back on the other side with the top of the second inning on WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
The Colonial Heights Recreation and Parks Department invites you and your family to take advantage of the variety of recreation programs offered throughout the year. They provide numerous athletic and non-athletic activities, camps, classes, trips, and special events for youth, adults, and seniors. Check out current activities and the latest city focus by visiting the city website, colonialheightsvirginia.gov. The Bank of Southside Virginia reflects the true spirit of community banking, a local bank with local employees who are committed to serving their neighbors. Get free checking with direct deposits and bank where it's convenient to you. That's online. Visit them today at bsvnet.com or visit one of their 15 convenient locations near where you live or work and see for yourself how warm and friendly community banking is at the Bank of Southside Virginia. Member FDIC. Kirk Cox, delegate for the 66th Legislative District and Virginia House of Representatives Majority Leader, is a proud supporter and sponsor of the 59th Bib Tournament. Delegate Kirk Cox believes in conservative principles and family values. He is a strong supporter of youth sports, having coached youth baseball teams for many years. He played in the Bib Tournament, and so did his 4 sons. He sees sports participation as an aid to character and competitive development of today's youth. He wishes all the teams in this tournament good luck. The Bank of Southside Virginia, with many convenience.
We'll hear from the Bank of Southside Virginia on the next break. We're back on WHAP Fox Sports Radio, and the Dinwiddie Nationals coming up here in the top of the second, leading off with Morgan Bundelow, the catcher, and Tyler Dyson will be the pitcher once again. Bundelow squares to bunt but pulls back, and ball 1.
You know, we usually do that back when we were in the Little League there, try to spook the pitcher a little bit and force the infielders forward.
1-0 pitch. He squares again, and he gets the bunt down to the third baseman. Third baseman throws over, and it's not in time. And, in fact, the throw goes all the way back, and it looks like he's going to try and take second and will be successful. So Bundelow turns a bunt single into second base. So they'll call that a single and then a fielding error on the third baseman, E5, to advance to second. So Maddox Childress will come to the plate now.
You hate to see those errors. That's a morale killer for your defense there.
Childress. Oh, no. Wow. Steals third. So strike. He threw it back to the pitcher, and some really heads-up base running there by Maddox Childress, by Morgan Bundelow, as he's able to take third on a stolen base.
He just caught the other side sleeping is what he did that time.
The 0-1 pitch. Check swing, and he does not go around. 1-1.
I mean, we've seen this many times before in the past, of course. With this small field, if you got a runner with some legs, he just can own that entire field while he's doing it, while he's playing.
Dyson with the 1-1 pitch into his wind. That one is hit. It hits the pitcher's glove. Second baseman picks it up and does get it over to first to record the out. So that'll be a 1-4-3 recorded out. But Bundelow does come around to score 2-0 Nationals. The rare 1-4-3 putout. And coming up next will be Austin Hawks. Hawks, the second baseman, swings on the first pitch, and it's fouled back into the net, 0-1. There's a little banquet or some dining going on over there outside of the left field fence. Maybe if we get a good enough lefty hitter to come to the plate, they may be in jeopardy there. We'll find out.
Definitely.
The 0-1 pitch now coming from Tyler Dyson. Swung on and grounded to shortstop, and he misses it. And that was a very hard hit pitch. And it gets back past the center fielder as well. So he's going to advance all the way to third, does Austin Hawks. So a single for Hawks turns into third base based on the fielding error.
2 of them actually in one play, but yeah, only count 1. But these errors are killing Hopewell right now.
I think we'll give him the infield hit. That was a very sharply hit ball to the shortstop, but definitely a fielding there on the center fielder. And really coming to fruition is that difference in discipline that you talked about. Dinwiddie, I think, would have been able to, if not making that play, at least the center fielder would have been able to eat it up. And really heads up base running by Austin Hawks there.
Of course, Coach goes out there, has a little talk with his team, probably calming them all down, because how many times have we seen in the past? You play baseball, you know this. Errors just seem to accumulate one on top of the other. And if you don't address it, it just gets worse and worse.
Trying to stop the momentum by Dinwiddie with that timeout, and the pitcher steps off to continue to take his time. Ramsey Lewis comes to the plate for the Nationals with a runner on third and none out, trying to drive the runner home. The first pitch from Tyler Dyson, he squares to bunt. He does get his bat on the ball, but it's fouled away, 0-1. So Dinwiddie playing small ball here with the 2-0 lead. Very, very upper-level strategy by the Nationals coach.
Yeah, this is definitely the best time for a sacrifice bunt. And, Dinwiddie's got to defend it. They don't have a choice. They have to defend against it.
Infielders coming in all the way around.
Hopewell, I'm sorry.
The 0-1 pitch. That one hits the inside corner for strike 2. I don't think Ramsey Lewis was necessarily expecting that to be called a strike, but he gets the call.
I don't think he was happy about that one. Let's just say that.
So Dyson with a big pitch coming here. The 0-2. Swung on, and it's lined into center field for a base hit. That'll score the run, and it gets past the center fielder again. So he's going to take second there, and I'm not sure he wouldn't have been able to take second anyway, but a double, we'll call it, for Ramsey Lewis, and Austin Hawks comes in to score 3-0 Dinwiddie.
Yeah, remember what I talked about during the break? I talked about momentum. The problem is now the momentum is starting to build in favor of Dinwiddie. Hope we'll really need to do something here fast and quick to stop this from snowballing out of control on him.
Bennett Walters to the plate for his second at-bat for the Nationals. He reached base on a shortstop infield error in the first and came around to score. The first pitch to Walters is swung on and driven to the shortstop, and it's a base hit. Gets out to center field. Center fielder fields it cleanly, but the runner is going to come home to score from second. 4-0 Nationals. So runs starting to add up here.
That was just a good, hard-hit ball right down the middle. You know what? You can't do a thing about that one. When that ball's hit that way, you're not going to stop it.
So the bleeding continues here, 4-0 in favor of the Nationals. Only one out here in the second, and Carson Miller comes to the plate. He flew out to the right fielder in his first plate appearance. Swung on and foul tipped, 0-1.
You can already see Tyler Dawson is starting to rack up a lot of pitches in his pitch count already. He's up to 28 pitches so far, I think.
Dawson certainly looking frustrated and trying to get out of this inning here. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That one is right over the plate for strike 2. So Dyson is not afraid to put it over the plate. The question is, can he fool the batter and get strike 3 here? Infielders continuing to play slightly in. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and down goes Carson Miller. 2 away.
And that was a good pitch. That was like a little bit of a cutter or something he threw there that time. Caught Miller. He swung at it, just was nowhere near the ball though.
Owen Mason comes to the plate. He reached on an error in the first inning. That one's low and away in the dirt, but a nice stop there by the catcher for Hopewell, Aaron Vogler. 1-0 the count. Dyson looking to get out of this second inning and continue to give Hopewell a chance here. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Mason is easily the biggest of the Dinwiddie Nationals players, or at least the tallest, and we'll see if any of that power that he could potentially have comes into play.
Well, probably a reason why he's a third batter in the lineup here.
The pitch swung on and grounded to third base. Third baseman keeps it in front of him, throws it over to second. He's not able to get it there in time, so an infield single there by Owen Mason. So runners on first and second. The force out is still in play with 2 outs, and Taylor Miller comes to the plate.
Yeah, that ball hit that grass that time. It just died on him. I mean, if that would have got it to him a little bit faster, he may have been able to field it and turn it to first.
First pitch is right down the middle for strike 1 to Taylor Miller. Miller grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. Dyson continuing to look to get out of this second inning here. The 0-1. Swung on and popped into the air into right field, and the right fielder's not able to get to it, and it gets past him. And the center fielder fields it behind him. 1 run scores. The cutoff man is hit. He's going to try and bring it into the plate, the throw, and he's out at the plate. Good play there. Nice throw by the center fielder. Actually, he connected with the shortstop, who connected with the catcher to make the out, and the inning is over. An additional run does score to make the tally. Let's see, the scoreboard says 6-0. I think it's actually 5-0. But we'll be back on the other side with the official word on WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
Colonial Heights Veterinary Hospital, 3666 The Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Call 526-6050. They are the proud sponsors of this year's Bib Tournament being held through the 13th of August. Colonial Heights Veterinary Hospital, staffed by Dr. Margaret Mitri, Dr. Riddle, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Phelps. They offer laser therapy, acupuncture, dental, and x-ray. Colonial Heights Veterinary Hospital, call 526-6050.
McCray Electric Company in Dinwiddie County is your full-service electrical contractor, providing your business with professional work and quality electrical products. McCray Electric Company is a certified Class A contractor and state-registered with 24-hour emergency service. McCray Electric offers professional and quality service and a guarantee to get the job done. Call McCray Gray Electric Company today at 804-861-8608. For all your electrical work, serving Dinwiddie and all the surrounding counties. That number again is 804-861-8608. McCray Electric Company in Dinwiddie.
Martial Arts World is located at 3806 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, Virginia. Martial Arts World provides students with tools and a desire to improve all aspects of their lives in a safe and healthy environment. If you're looking for an alternative to daycare for your child, Martial Arts World's after-school program is enrolling now. Find out how you can be healthier and smarter through martial arts by contacting Martial Arts World at 804-452-6676.
And we head to the bottom of the second here at historic Shepherd Stadium in this 59th annual Boys Invitational Baseball Tournament. Dinwiddie turns up the heat in the second inning, putting across 4 runs as they now lead 5-0 over the Hopewell All-Stars. Coming up this inning for Hopewell will be Brock Taylor, Bubba Fouts, and Mason Cumby as they look to cut this deficit in the heart of their order. So Brock Taylor steps into the plate. He's the center fielder. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. Taylor batting from the back of the box.
Miller coming in here looking just as good as he did last inning.
Really good first pitch there by Carson Miller. The 0-1 swung on and missed, strike two. And the pitch count is certainly very different on the Dinwiddie side thus far. The 0-2 swung on and grounded sharply through the hole between shortstop and third base. And a nice hit there for Brock Taylor as the Hopewell All-Stars get their first base runner of the night.
You know, and we used to say this about big leads. How do you get rid of them? You take them down a little bit at a time.
And they will have to go that route as they have their first base runner of the evening. And Bubba Fouts comes to the plate. The right-hander, the first pitch to him is low and outside for ball one. So Brock Taylor does his job and gets on base, and that's what Hopewell needs here is base runners. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, strike one. That one had Fouts fooled there.
That way, yeah, he changed his speed on that one dramatically.
So that evens the count at 1-1. The pitch coming over his head, ball two. So we'll see how Carson Miller reacts to the first blemish on the scorecard for him there. Looks in his catcher. The 2-1 delivery on the way. Swung on and hit sharply into right field for a base hit. It gets past the right fielder, goes all the way to the wall. Hopewell is going to get at least one run here, I believe. Coming around from third and scoring is Brock Taylor, and he's going to try and come around all the way to home, and he gets there inside the park home run for Bubba Fouts. What great base running there, and all of a sudden Hopewell is back into this game, 5-2.
Yeah, that just got in that right side corner in that little area that no one was covering, and it just gave the runner plenty of time to come around and make that score. I mean,
can't call that an error. It just got past where the right fielder was standing. So an inside the park home run makes this game a lot closer, 5-2. Mason Cumby to the plate, and he looks at ball one. Low and away in the dirt for ball two, and the complexion of this game changes instantly as we have 2 runs score and a 2-0 count for the first time in this game. And now we'll see really how Carson Miller responds to a big blemish on the scorecard. 2-0 pitch right down the middle. Nice response pitch there, 2-1. The 2-1 on the way, low and outside, ball three.
And I wonder if Miller maybe rattled a little bit off that hit.
Can't blame him. Both of those hits were hit very hard. You could hear the ping of the bat. They definitely made good contact. The 3-1, and that one's in the dirt, ball four. So the first walk of the night, and Mason Cumby takes first. And that'll bring Cameron Robinson up to the plate. Robinson batting from the left-hand side. We'll see how the righty can pitch the lefty here. First pitch inside, ball one. Robinson, the left fielder for the Hopewell All-Stars. Miller with the 1-0 pitch now. That one hits the outside corner for strike one. Michael Vogler in the on-deck circle, and still none out here in the bottom of the second. 1-1, swung on and missed. He tried to check his swing, but wasn't able to do it. 1-2.
Yeah, he overcommitted big time that time. But I'm not really sure that may have been a strike even if he had pulled back in time.
Certainly would have been close. The 1-2 pitch from Miller. Right down the middle,
No doubt
strike
about that.
3, backwards K, and that's the first out of the inning for the Nationals. So Michael Vogler comes to the plate. Brother Aaron is the catcher for the team. Vogler is the right fielder, and he comes to the plate with 1 out, and he also bats from the left-hand side. High and away is the first pitch, 1-0. And Vogler batting deep in the batter's box here. Miller taking his time here. This is about the slowest we've seen him take another pitch.
And I think it shows that he's maybe, like I said, a little bit rattled off those in-park home runs. He's having a little bit of hard time here recently.
Also looked like he might have been getting a signal there. 1-0 pitch, check swing, but it's across anyway. 1-1. So a lot of coaching going on down there. Both teams' managers can be heard pretty verbally. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed a pitch outside of the strike zone, and it goes to 1-2.
You know, Vogler, a smaller kid there. He has a very small strike zone, and so far, like I said, Carmelo's been doing a decent job of threading a needle here.
1-2 on the way, high and outside. Almost gets away from the catcher. Nice stop there by catcher Morgan Bundelow, and that's really the first time he's had to do a lot of work behind the plate here.
Yeah, I just talked about how he's a threading needle, though. Not that time, huh?
No, not at all. The 2-2 on the way. High and outside, and that runs the count full. And this is the first full count of the night thus far. And Vogler will see how disciplined he can be here. The payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, and that's the second walk of the inning. And that puts runners on first and second.
Yeah, and suddenly you have, Carson Miller starting to rack up a pretty high pitch count.
Yeah, we jinxed him talking about that at the beginning of the inning here. Sincere Frederick comes to the plate now with the opportunity to drive one in. Runners on first and second. First pitch inside, ball 1. Frederick is the third baseman for the Hopewell All-Stars. The 1-0 pitch coming from Miller. Low and outside, and once again, Miller gets behind another batter at the bottom of the order here. First and second for the All-Stars of Hopewell. Both of these teams not having to drive too far to get here to Shepherd Stadium. The 2-0 delivery. That one hits the inside corner, 2-1. The Dinwiddie Baseball Club's Nationals up 5-2, but in trouble here with only 1 out and 2 on base. Low and outside, it gets away from the catcher, and that's going to advance both runners into scoring position. Third and second, and Sincere Frederick faces a 3-1 count. And that ball just got away from the catcher. Not a very good location there by Miller.
Yeah, a little bit high and inside, and the catcher just couldn't bring his glove in time to get to it.
3-1 on the way, and that's low and outside, and Sincere Frederick
We are loaded up here.
is going to take his base, and that loads him up.
They're going to go ahead and call timeout and have a little talk with the pitcher right about now, which can't blame the coach. This is it's not going his way right now, or their way right now. So bring your team in, talk to them, calm them down, give some words of advice, tell a joke. I don't know.
So Lloyd Mason comes to the mound to have a quick conference with Morgan Bundelow and the pitcher, Carson Miller. So coming back up now is Aaron Vogler. He grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat, and he's got an opportunity now with the bases loaded to bring this game back. The first pitch, and it's a bunt attempt, and it's going to go foul. But that really caught them sleeping there.
Well, how often do you bunt on a full base situation, right?
That was definitely an outside-of-the-box call.
I would not have seen that one coming, that's for sure.
Chris Dyson coming up with some trickery there. And I doubt they try it again,
No,
but that was quite a call there.
That was that's what we used to call that's what we call a gutsy call.
If the ball stays fair, he scores because they were not expecting that play.
But if the ball doesn't go far enough, you got an out too.
Check swing, but it's in the strike zone. 0-2 the count. Big pitch coming here for Carson Miller. The 0-2 delivery. That one is in the dirt. It misses.
Nope.
But they hold as that backstop. It's, as we talked about in the pregame show, it's a friendly backstop for these catchers.
They definitely moved it back for the catcher, that's for sure.
So nobody able to advance as the ball bounced off of the padding, and it is now a 1-2 count. Miller with the 1-2 delivery now. High and inside, evens the count at 2-2. So where Carson Miller's first 5 batters, he was able to really nail the location. His last 4, the location has been a struggle. The 2-2 hits the outside corner for strike 3, 2 away, and that was a huge pitch there by Carson Miller.
Very, very important out there for Dinwiddie National. Any chance to stop this bleeding is much welcome by them right now.
So Charles Rhodes comes to the plate with still a big opportunity, but Dinwiddie, if they could strand the bases loaded here, would take back the momentum going into the 3rd inning. First pitch from Carson Miller. Swung on and driven into center field. Base hit. That's going to score at least 1. Coming around from third, he waves him home. He's going to get there. 2-run score, 5-4 Dinwiddie, and Hopewell is right back into this game. Nice base hit there by Charles Rhodes.
And I got to admit, I would not have seen this coming by how that first inning went. I mean, Hopewell's really done a good job of staying in there, keeping the pressure on, and making the most of their situations.
Tyler Dyson, the pitcher, will come to the plate, and Hopewell has officially batted around in this inning. And with 2 outs and runners on first and second, Dyson still has an opportunity to inflict some more damage. 2 away, runners on first and second. First pitch to Dyson, high and way above the catcher, and that's going to allow the runners to advance into scoring position here. So this is getting dire for the Dinwiddie Nationals. They've let a 5-0 lead become a 1-run nail-biter here.
It's evaporated fast, that's for sure.
The 1-0 pitch coming. Inside, ball 2.
I mean, you see Miller, who just looks so confident in that first inning, is now struggling to find his pace now all of a sudden.
2-0 pitch on the way from Carson Miller. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Good comeback pitch there by Carson Miller. And Miller needs to put the pitches over the strike zone. He was able to strike out Dyson in Dyson's first appearance. The 2-1. Swung on and missed at a pitch out of the strike zone. And that was actually a 1-2 pitch, and the inning is over. So, after all that, 4 runs on 2 hits and no errors, and all of a sudden it's a 5-4 ball game. Dinwiddie on top of Hopewell. And actually, no, I was correct, and everybody else was wrong. It was 2-1. Boy, you know, every once in a while it's nice to be right. So, it was 2-1. That strike makes it 2-2. I think even the batter thought that was the 3rd strike, but the umpire took a look once again at his pitch counter and was able to determine that was 2-2.
I was looking at my iPad going, why is my numbers not matching up all of a sudden? I was trying to figure that out. Now we know what happened.
And Miller's going to take a second. I think he's a little bit rattled after that confusion and has, 4 runs in the inning and then all of that. So we'll see what happens here on the 2-2 pitch. The 2-2 coming. Outside corner, strike 3, so the pitch count goes up, but the result is the same, a strikeout looking, and the inning is over. But Hopewell bats around and scores 4 runs to make it a 5-4 ball game. Dinwiddie over Hopewell going into the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back on WHAP 1340 Fox Sports Radio.
You probably don't think about your car loan very often. That is, until you get ready to pay that monthly bill. That's when you start to think about the steep payment. And the bright shine on that new car gets a little dimmer. What if I told you there's a community credit union that can refinance your current auto loan and save you money? You'd be pretty happy, I expect. You've already heard Fort Lee Federal Credit Union offers low loan rates on car purchases. But that doesn't do you much good if you've already bought your car. Well, guess what? They'll also refinance your existing car loan, which could save you a pretty penny. Visit fortleecu.org to learn more. Fort Lee Federal Credit Union. We have heart. You can bank on it. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required to join and to apply for loans. Membership fee of $1 plus a $25 share account deposit refundable at account closing. Certain restrictions and credit qualifications apply.
USSSA stands for United States Specialty Sports Association, and Central Virginia USSSA Baseball goes all out to promote every phase of baseball for our youth. From information on tournaments to forms, rules, and regulations, information to contact umpires for your games or tournaments, even classified ads. For more information on how to get involved, call Rick Brockwell, the Virginia USSSA Baseball Director, at 731-0437, or visit them online at Central Virginia USSSABaseball.com.
And welcome back to historic Shepherd Stadium for this first round Bib Tournament matchup, the 59th annual Bib Tournament. And Dinwiddie comes back to the plate, now only up by 1, 5-4. Leading off this inning is Forrest Avery, who came in as a substitution here. Peyton Bowles actually started this game, ground out to third base. Nicely hit ball, but a nice fielding play there by the third baseman for Hopewell. Sincere Frederick, one away.
What a difference an inning makes there. You get to see Hopewell now kind of running around, hit their plays. You know, a little bit of confidence goes a long way.
Morgan Bundelow comes to the plate, and that one is driven into left field, and he makes the play, 2 away. And we were talking about pitch count last inning. I count 3 pitches and 2 outs in this third inning here.
The script has definitely flipped, that's for sure.
So 2 away that quickly, and Maddox Childress comes to the plate. The power-hitting third baseman, he grounded out 1-4-3 in the second inning. First pitch is inside, 1-0. Maddox drove a pitch right down the center in his last at-bat, but nice fielding play by Hopewell to retire him. Pitch outside, 2-0. The skies are threatening a little bit here at historic Shepherd Stadium. We see some lightning off in the distance. We'll see which direction it comes. There are some storms kind of far away from here. And a quick line out to third base, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 goes the side. What a difference one inning makes. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 5-4 Dinwiddie Nationals over Hopewell on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
Funeral homes and crematory on the Boulevard in Colonial Heights and on South Crater Road in Petersburg has been family owned and operated since 1952. In your time of need, count on E. Alvin Small Funeral Homes to provide caring, courteous, and professional service. To all the players, family members, coaches, and friends, congratulations from everyone at E. Alvin Small Funeral Homes, serving our community. Call 526-3400.
Mattress and Spring, 439 South 15th Avenue in Hopewell, locally owned and operated by Chuck and Mary Myers since 1982. Free delivery, in-house financing, full line of home furnishings, living room furniture, bedroom sets, dinette sets, bedding, recliners, Frigidaire, GE, Hot Point appliances, open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5:30, Saturdays 9 till 3. Call 458-7283. That's 458-7283.
Nowadays, life is so busy. You need the convenience of banking on your schedule, wherever you are. Full-service online and mobile banking should come standard, without having to pay extra. You know, I remember the days of the good old neighborhood bank, where everyone in the bank knew your name, knew your banking needs, and didn't charge an arm and a leg for their services. Wouldn't it be nice to find that today? Believe it or not, there's a community credit union that you can depend on for affordable products and service with a smile, a place and people with heart. And it is right here in the neighborhood. Come be a part of Fort Lee Federal Credit Union. We have heart. You can bank on it. Visit fortleecu.org to learn how you can become a member. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
And we return to Shepherd Stadium here, and quickly Brock Taylor hits it to shortstop, and it's not in time to first base. The second baseman actually fielded it right at the bag. He was not able to get it over in time, so a quick infield single by Brock Taylor.
You know what? We talked about this in the during the break there. The momentum is definitely switched in favor of Hopewell, I'd say.
Hopewell with all of the momentum as Bubba Fouts comes to the plate. He's the batter that hit the inside the park home run in the first inning, or in the last inning, and he swung for the fences there. Strike one.
Trying to repeat his success from last time.
Trying to hit it over the fence this time. 0-1 pitch to Fouts. Swung on again and missed. Strike two. He is out for blood.
Yeah, you might want to relax it a little bit. That usually gets you into a little bit of trouble when you start trying to swing for a home run every time.
So Fouts facing an 0-2 count. The pitch from Miller. Swung on and missed. Strike three, and Fouts is retired on 3 straight pitches. So one away, and Mason Cumby will come to the plate. Cumby walked in his last plate appearance, and he came around and eventually scored for the Hopewell All-Stars. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. And Carson Miller certainly taking his time more than he did in those first 2 innings. The 1-0. Right down the middle, strike zone. Nice pitch for Mason Cumby.
Yeah, Miller was setting a brutal pace in that first inning, remember. It was like just bang, bang, bang. He's going to have to sit back there and kind of reevaluate things now, it looks like.
The 1-0 pitch, swung on and grounded to second. He's going to try and turn 2. He tags the runner, but he's not able to get the ball out of his glove, so a fielder's choice. Brock Taylor is retired, and Mason Cumby will take first on the fielder's choice.
He might have a little more luck if he would have tossed that one to second there and tried to turn it in the traditional way. I think taking the time to run that runner down probably cost him some time.
So Cameron Robinson comes to the plate. The lefty struck out looking in his first at-bat in the second inning. The first pitch to Robinson. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Robinson with his neon orange bat and blue helmet. He's a litany of colors out there. The 0-1 pitch is outside, ball one. Saw a little strike of lightning just then. It looks like it might be getting a little bit closer, but the umpires are certainly monitoring the situation here. The 1-1 delivery. Just inside, 2-1. Historic Shepherd Stadium here on night number 3 of the 59th annual Bib Tournament. The 2-1 pitch from Miller swung on and missed, evens the count at 2. Robinson not shy to swing away, but not able to make contact as of yet.
Yeah, Miller looked like a lot more like the first inning Miller right now.
Strike 3 on the inside corner, and the inning is over. So, no runs on 1 hit and no errors. We'll go to the top of the 4th, and it is still 5-4. Dinwiddie Nationals over Hopewell. We'll be right back on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
Commonwealth Dentistry, located at 456 Charles Dimmick Parkway in Colonial Heights and on 4th and Broadway in Hopewell, provide trusted and comfortable dental care for the entire family. Doctors Beltrami, Dixon, and Stafford and their staff provide only the best that modern dentistry has to offer. They use the latest in technology and procedures to provide your care. They specialize in children, family, and cosmetic dentistry, crowns on your first visit, and teeth implants. They keep up with the latest dental procedures and pride themselves on patient care. They accept many dental insurance plans. Call now for your appointment at 520-4088 or in Hopewell at 458-3004. Why Commonwealth Dentistry? They are simply the best. That number again is 520-4088 or in Hopewell at 458-3004. This is Win Hasty. Take it from me. I go there.
And welcome back to historic Shepherd Stadium for the 59th annual Bib Tournament. Night number 3 as the Dinwiddie Nationals take on the Hopewell All-Stars. 5-4 is the tally here as we head to the top of the 4th inning. The Nationals will bring up Austin Hawks, Ramsey Lewis, and Bennett Walters as they look to add to this 1-run lead. It was 5-0, but we saw a 4-run second inning for the Hopewell All-Stars. So this game continues to be in question, as does the weather. We continue to monitor this situation. We'll keep you posted and certainly the umpires have everyone's safety in mind. So leading off is Austin Hawks. The first pitch from Dyson, who stays in the game, is inside for ball one. Hawks hit a single in the first inning, or in the second inning, and reached second and third on error, and eventually scored. Swung on and missed is the second pitch, evens the count at 1-1. Infielders playing normal depth. And Dyson coming up with the 1-1 delivery. Nice pitch right over the plate. Little change of speed, 1-2.
Yeah, I think Austin probably thought that was a high one, tried to hold off it, but it just squeaked in there enough for that strike.
Dyson with the 1-2. Swung on and lined into right field, or left field, excuse me, for a base hit, and it gets over the head of the left fielder, goes all the way to the wall, and it looks like it went past it actually went past the gate back there. So that means a ground rule double. So he will have to return to second, I believe. They're going to have a quick conference and make sure, but if it goes through the wall, it should be a ground rule double. Umpires will take a second to talk about it. The only thing that could be a question
is he interfered the ball on the way back. That's what's going to throw it off a little bit. In other words, did he already round first when another thing? Because if he already ran it first, he gets third. So
that's what the umpires are discussing down there to be sure. They want to make sure that they get this call right. Austin Hawks has firmly planted himself on third base, but we'll see what the umpires decide here. Better not take too long with this weather. They are going to put him back on second base. I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
You always want to be consistent. I don't think he was past first base, so a good call there by the umpires.
I mean, the only argument that really Dinwiddie National had was the player did touch the ball, which forced it over. But still, yeah, I mean, that's the right call.
Nonetheless, runner in scoring position to lead off the fourth inning here and give Ramsey Lewis an opportunity to bring in that run. He doubled in his first plate appearance in the second inning. Dyson bringing the first pitch across to Lewis. Inside corner, but it just missed. 1-0. Tyler Dyson has definitely recovered from his first inning and also the second. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside, and it misses the catcher's glove. That's going to allow the runner to take third. Thank goodness somebody was backing him up there because the third baseman was not able to come up with the ball. So that puts the runner on third with a 2-0 count. None out. The 2-0. Swung on and missed, strike one. So Tyler Dyson with a 2-1 count, looking to get the out here. Pitch is fouled back into the net. Evens the count at 2.
Yeah, Tyler's done a good job, though, today of battling himself back from that really disastrous first and second inning. He's really come in like a champion these last two ups.
The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that one is going to hit the shortstop. The shortstop looks back the runner. He does not want to sacrifice the run, so that'll be a fielder's choice for Ramsey Lewis as he takes first base. Runners on the corners.
Yeah, that one kind of took a weird loop-de-loop-de hop there, right? Just in front of the shortstop. I mean, it's like everything going in slow motion there for a second.
Hopewell chooses to not sacrifice the run for the out. That puts runners on the corners. Ball popped high into the air near the track, and it's fielded by the center fielder. That's going to score one, and that'll put runners on third and second. So a double by Bennett Walters has made this a 6-4 game. Nice hit there by Walters. Made it some really good contact there.
And really what kind of helped that out dramatically, that ball just sat and hung in that air forever and allowed the runner just kind of loop around first base.
Center fielder was not able to track it in the sky. Carson Miller comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. Swung on and fouled back, 0-1. Miller struck out swinging in his second inning plate appearance. 6-4 here in the top of the fourth inning. Dyson, the pitch. Inside, 1-1. Still none out here, and big trouble if Dinwiddie can put these two runs across.
Well, especially if they start chaining these hits together one after another, that can be a lot of trouble.
Dyson bounces the ball around in his hands before he sets. Now he sets. And the pitch. Tried to check his swing, not able to. That makes it a 1-2 count. That one was out of the strike zone. Miller almost able to check his swing, but he did go around.
Dyson had him chasing that one the entire way.
The 1-2 in the dirt, but a nice play there.
I think he tried it again. Didn't work out, though.
Vogler able to get all over that ball that was in the dirt. That could have potentially scored a run if it had gotten by him. The 2-2 on the way now. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nice pitch there by Tyler Dawson to strike out Carson Miller, who is now 0 for 3, and there's one away.
Very important first down there, that's for sure.
Owen Mason comes to the plate now. He singled last plate appearance, so he's 1 for 1. Inside 1-0. So we'll see if Owen Mason's perceived power comes into play here. He is certainly the biggest hitter and the number 3 hitter on the team for the Nationals. 1-0 is in the dirt and behind the catcher. The runners, though, are not able to advance. Once again, that short porch behind the catcher comes into play.
Walters better be careful out there. He hung himself out there pretty far. I don't know if he was trying to bait the Hopewell team to try to throw it at second base, but he was almost a third by the time the catcher had the ball.
2-0 is creamed into center field. He's not able to get to it. It hits the wall, and that's going to score 2 runs. Or no, well, yep, it does score 2 runs. They do send him, even though it was a tentative round of third. And that's a 2-run double for Owen Mason, and it is once again a 4-run ball game, 8-4 Dinwiddie.
And that was a shot there. I mean, another couple of foot there, that would have been, umpire would have been signaling for everyone to go around the bases.
So 1 away and a runner on second, and Taylor Miller comes to the plate. Miller is 1 for 2 today. He bunts it back to the first baseman. The first baseman throws it over to the covering second baseman, and they call him safe. I don't know about that call. I thought he had him.
Close. That was very close, my friend.
I thought he had him there, but Miller is credited with the base hit, and that gets the runner over to third. So runners on the corners, and Forrest Avery comes to the plate. And Avery, in his first plate appearance in the third inning, grounded out to third base. First pitch is fouled back into the stands, 0-1. So 8-4, runners on the corners, only 1 out. Hopewell needs a strikeout here if possible. And the 0-1 pitch coming from Dyson. That one is popped into the air, and nice play by the third baseman, Sincere Frederick, and that is exactly what Hopewell needed there.
Definitely. I mean, that came at a time when things were starting to look a little glum there. Having that catch there, be that all-important second out there and gets things moving in their direction.
So Morgan Bundelow will come to the plate now, and Bundelow is 1 for 2. Bundelow swings and foul tips it back into the net, 0-1. And another big inning for Dinwiddie, 3 runs so far here. The 0-1. And Bundelow hits it to first, and he's able to easily, unassisted, get it over to first base, and that will finally end the inning. But in the meantime, Dinwiddie puts 3 more runs across, and it is 8-4 Dinwiddie. Hopewell will look to get back some runs in the 4th inning. We'll hear that right on the other side of this break on WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
Back experience the last century of agricultural heritage at Keystone Tractor Works Museum, 880 West Roslyn Road in Colonial Heights. See a showroom full of vintage tractors, trucks, and cars. Keystone Tractor Works Museum has one of the best gift shops on the East Coast. Museum hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Sunday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 524-0020. That's the Tractor Works Museum.
Hi, Bill Bowman here with Tom McCormick, owner of Sausage Walk-Up in Petersburg. How long has Sausage been open now, Tom?
Bill, 6 years. The walk-up shipping container opened in 2010, and the sit-down opened in 2015. I think for more information, Google us. We're rated the #1 restaurant within 20 miles of Petersburg. Southern Living Magazine says that we're the South's best butt. We're located at 257 East Bank Street in Petersburg, and we're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. We also cater.
Looking for a barbershop that does old-fashioned shaves and haircuts? Look no further than the Broadway Barbershop, 224 North Main Street in Hopewell. Kenny and Keith do hot towel shaves using a straight razor. They shave around the ears and do shoulder massage. No appointment necessary, just walk on in. They're open Tuesday through Friday and the first Saturday of the month. Check them out on Facebook. Broadway Barbershop, 224 North Main Street in Hopewell. You'll not only look great when you leave, you'll feel great as well.
Bottom of the fourth on the way as we attempt to make this an official game here tonight as weather continues to look iffy. It is 8-4 in favor of the Dinwiddie Nationals, and with an 8-4 ball game and weather certainly a factor, Hopewell's going to need to put some runs across here. We'll see the first three of Michael Vogler, Sincere Frederick, and Aaron Vogler here in the fourth. And Michael Vogler leads it off here. Carson Miller remains on the mound for the Nationals. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. He tried to stop his swing, but not able to, 0-1. And Michael Vogler walked in his first plate appearance. Outside, ball one.
And Carson Miller is starting to get up their pitch count. I'm showing 65 pitches, so he's starting to get up there now. Way up. Actually, he's up there already.
You have to think this would be the last inning no matter what for Carson Miller. High and outside, ball two. 2-1. Remember, in the Bib Tournament and in youth baseball in general, there are inning and pitch counts to think about. The 2-1 pitch. That one just hits the outside corner, strike two. Should Dinwiddie win, they will want to bring their best gun to their quarterfinal game. The pitch low and inside, and that runs the count full. Miller looks kind of tired out there.
I'm tired of just watching him.
Especially with that fast pace. He's slowing it down a little bit here, kicking some dirt around, trying to think about what pitch he wants to go to on a full count. The payoff pitch. That one's in the dirt, ball four. So for the second consecutive time, Michael Vogler advances to first on the walk. That'll bring up Sincere Frederick, who was also able to reach base on a walk in the first inning last time, or in the second inning, as a part of their 4-run second.
Yeah, I bet you they're hoping to repeat that again, tie this game up if they can. Although I cannot imagine they're to keep the pitcher in there, Dinwiddie keep the same pitch in there if that started happening again.
Nobody warming up yet for Dinwiddie. First pitch to Frederick is high and inside, ball one. 1-0 on the way from Carson Miller. Right down the pike for strike one. Evens the count at 1. And you can see gradually the attendance beginning to grow as Colonial Heights fans start coming in. 1-1 pitch hits the outside corner, 1-2. We'll see if we're able to get in that second game. You will hear us at 8:30 for Colonial Heights Optimists as they take on Prince George National. Foul tip. Count remains 1-2. And I have expectations for Colonial Heights Optimist. I have them actually going to the semifinals, so we'll see if they can defend the home turf here tonight. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. Good pitch there by Carson Miller, and Sincere Frederick is retired.
Very important now for Miller there. He's starting to struggle a little bit in this inning. I mean, I'm seeing his strike percentage drop way down from, 60% in the first 3 innings to now like 38%. So it's a pretty major drop so far.
Aaron Vogler comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out looking back in the second inning, was his last appearance. He's going to tie his shoe and take his time getting to the mound, kind of make Carson Miller think about it a little bit here. Miller likes that quick pace.
You know, as a batter, anything you do to make the pitcher uncomfortable, that's what you do, right?
Absolutely. Vogler steps in. Miller with the delivery. Swung on and grounded softly to the third baseman. He's going to field it. The throw over to first is not in time, and infield single for Aaron Vogler, and runners now on first and second.
That ball, telling is hit hard, but that ball just went down that third base line in slow motion.
So runners on first and second. That'll bring up Charles Rhodes. He was able to drive across a couple runs back in the second inning and he will come to the plate looking to do the same here in the fourth. He is 1 for 2. So Carson Miller, probably in his last inning of work. He could use a good ground ball here to try and get a double play. First pitch just misses, ball 1. One and 0 the count. Miller looks in for the sign, delivers the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1.
That was had a little bit of authority on that pitch there. It's down the middle. Rhodes definitely had to swing at it.
Well, Miller knows how important this batter is. If he can get it to 2 outs, it's much easier. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Good pitch there by Miller. Just out of the strike zone and enough to make Charles Rhodes swing at it there. Tyler Dyson on deck now for Hopewell. The 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3 looking, and Rhodes is retired.
You hate to go down that way as a batter, that's for sure. But it looked like it was a strike from here, too.
So Tyler Dyson will come to the plate, the pitcher for Hopewell. He is 0 for 2, both strikeouts here, looking to avoid the third strikeout.
The Vogel brothers on first and second.
First pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Dyson maybe a little bit overzealous there. And that lightning strike has elicited the umpire to call time. I think they're going to get the players off the field here.
I agree with you. Yeah, that was a little closer.
Yep, and the players are returning to their benches here. No rain yet, but that lightning strike was close enough to send the players and probably the fans here just a moment scattering in these metal bleachers. So we call time here in the bottom of the fourth. This game is not yet official. It's an 8-4 tally, Dinwiddie ahead as we have a stoppage in play for Lightning. And the manager's talking there really quickly. Certainly safety is the most important thing. Trophies are being removed from the table right behind home plate. Fans are scattering a little bit, not a lot of sense of urgency. It was the only lightning strike thus far. So we'll see how long the stoppage in play will be. We'll take a commercial break here. We'll be back on the other side with an update on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
You and your family enjoy walking, riding bikes, picnicking, fishing, or just being outdoors. Colonial Heights Recreation and Parks Department offers 5 water-accessible parks: Appomattox Park, Fort Clifton, Lakeview, Roslyn Landing, and White Bank Park. Amenities include picnic pavilions, walking and riding trails, boat launches, fishing piers, a disc golf course, and more. Find out more about the city's parks at their website, colonialheightsvirginia.gov.
South Park Carpet Flooring Outlet and Chester Floors Superstore has the finest brands of carpet and vinyl flooring available. They offer warehouse prices to the public and have the largest selection of remnants for purchase. Expert installation, normally the next business day for both residential and commercial work. Call or visit South Park Carpet at 860 West Roslyn Road, off I-95 at exit 53 in Colonial Heights, Virginia. Call them at 804-520-2763 or 804-748-4990.
Bank of McKinney would like to wish all the teams participating in the Bib Tournament good luck and congratulations on all your hard work. Did you know Bank of McKinney now offers mobile banking? It's true. You can download the mobile banking app from Google Play or Apple iTunes Store. It offers all the convenient banking features you have come accustomed to with the Bank of McKinney. We are still local, now mobile, with locations in McKinney, Dinwiddie, Matoaka, Colonial Heights, Prince George, Petersburg, and Chester. We are right around the corner. Bank of McKinney is committed to excellence, and they are here to make your banking experience hassle-free. Visit their website at www.bankofmckinney.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Family Eye Care, full eye health exams, glasses and contact lenses. Offering their services are optometrists Dr. Lowell Gilbert, Dr. Gary Farley, and Dr. Megan Parker. Family Eye Care, located at 3731 A Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Call 526-3676. That's 526-3676. Wishing the best to the boys in this year's Bib Tournament. Go get 'em, fellas.
Jerry's Burger Spot has all your Friday night tailgating favorites. From their never frozen burger, fresh cut fries, ice cream, and milkshakes. Jerry's Burger Spot offers the best lunch, and if you desire a fresh handmade burger or some delicious ice cream like Mom used to make, stop by Jerry's Burger Spot at 3815 Jefferson Park Road, Prince George, Virginia, right off 36 near Fort Lee. Jerry's Burger Spot. Remember when?
Colonial Italian Restaurant and Pizza, located in the Dunlop Village Shopping Center, where Food Line is in Colonial Heights. Colonial Italian features luncheon specials, nightly specials, open every day, entertainment on weekends, mixed drinks too. Taste their pizza and pasta, chicken, veal, and seafood. Great salads. Call 520-5555 for carryout. That's Colonial Italian Restaurant, Colonial Heights, party room available.
Teeth giving you trouble?
Boy, am I tired of eating soup.
You need to see a good dentist. Richard W. Bates in Colonial Heights. Dr. Bates has been in practice for 28 years, treating all his patients like family. If your needs are simple checkups or major dental work like crowns, implants, or dentures, Dr. Bates can do the job and do it properly. Remember, whatever your dental needs, contact Dr. Richard W. Bates, 3610 Boulevard in Colonial Heights. You may never have to eat soup again.
And welcome back here to historic Shepherd Stadium as we continue tonight's coverage of the 59th annual Bib Tournament, sponsored by the Colonial Heights Optimist Club here at Shepherd Stadium in Colonial Heights, Virginia. Unfortunately, under a weather delay right now, as we had a lightning strike that was pretty close to the stadium here. All players were immediately taken off of the field, and play has been stopped for the time being. We believe that the minimum delay would be a half an hour, but the clouds are actually getting a little bit darker coming in from the northwest, so we'll wait and see what the weather ends up doing here. In the meantime, it's an 8-4 score. Dinwiddie Nationals leading 8-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. We actually have runners on first and second when we do come back to play for Hopewell. Hopewell trying to get back some of those runs that they lost in the fourth inning for Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie was able to bring 3 across as they nearly batted around in the last inning. Both pitchers looking pretty tired, and possibly a chance for both offenses to shine here. So I'm joined here by Robert Hart, and Robert, as we continue to go through this game, 8-4 tally for Dinwiddie, but I think the teams are a little bit closer than that 4-run deficit than we thought they were. Tell me what the key is going to be here for Hopewell when we do go back to play here in the bottom of the 4th.
Containment, I'd say. You got to stop Dinwiddie from putting on any more damage. If you keep letting them have 4 runs every inning, they're just going to run away from you. Do what you did in the first, the first in the third inning. Contain them, stop them, and then you give your offense a chance to score some runs and make some points for you.
Yeah, certainly the third inning, Hopewell retired to side 1-2-3 on only 5 pitches. Certainly the best inning defensively for the Hopewell All-Stars. The Dinwiddie Nationals on their side, we were anticipating a lot different than what we saw after the first inning.
Yeah.
They controlled the first inning. It seems like the top of the order for the Hopewell All-Stars is not quite as effective as the middle of the order for the Hopewell All-Stars. We saw an inside-the-park home run by Bubba Fouts in the second inning, drive-in 2. Brock Taylor is 2 for 2. Mason Cumbie has not had an official at-bat, but has reached base both times. So your 4, 5, and 6 hitters are, looks like, a combined 3 for 4. And as for the 1, 2, 3 hitters, they are a combined 2 for 8. So kind of a big difference between your top 3 and your 4 through 6 hitters there.
Yeah, the bottom of the lineup has definitely been doing the bulk of the work for the Hopewell team this evening, that's for sure.
And as for the Nationals, they batted around in the third, or nearly batted around in the 4th inning and in the 2nd inning, scoring a bulk of their 8 runs in those 2 innings, 4 runs in the 2nd and 3 runs in the 4th. We saw an RBI double from Owen Mason back in the 4th inning. He actually drove in 2 runs in that inning and got himself over to 3rd before being retired. We also saw a double by Ramsey Lewis, your 9-hitter, that drove across a run or 2. So both teams kind of spreading the hits out amongst their players. So really, this has been a very even matchup, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs and 2 runners on for the Hopewell All-Stars. Can they close that gap and continue? So right now we're in a holding pattern as we continue to await the lightning delay. So we're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to throw it back to Fox Sports Radio momentarily so that you can hear some of the great talk show programming and some of the other programs that WHAP features all the time in the evening. Some great sports programming from Fox Sports, so we'll hear that in just a moment. And as soon as we have an update on the status of play, we'll break in and give you some more live coverage of WHAP's Bib Tournament, the 59th annual edition here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio. Stay tuned. We'll be back as soon as possible on 1340 WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh Snyder features the rugged top